financial budget of 2021 has just been delivered, and I wanted to share with you the methods and the ways that you can use this to your advantage in property right now. If you're joining me here for the first time, my name is Kam Dovedi. I'm the founder of Premier Property and investor developer over the last 30 years. And what I want to share with you are the massive opportunities that have just been delivered by Rishi Sunak in the budget, which is happening today. And it is really a case of, is your glass half full or is it half empty? And I'm going to share with you how your glass is definitely half full. So a real budget with whatever you think of Rishi Sunak, whatever you think of politics and so on, we're not going to get political. We're discussing how you can actually use it in property. So a breath of life when it comes to the economy. First of all, the furlough has been extended to September 2021, which of course is brilliant to keep people, having income coming in. So that's great for you, for your tenants and renters. Great for you if you've got businesses, keeping and supporting the economy moving forward. Also, restart grants for up to £6,000, which are coming into effect this coming April. So businesses going to have a new lease of life. So some more funding coming in there. But the big ones, the big wins that I want to share with you as property investors is, first of all, the stamp duty. So stamp duty has been extended to the 30th of June in 2021. Now, many of us already were thinking about this. Will he, won't he? And actually, it was leaked in the press originally, wasn't it, that he was actually going to be doing this, Rishi Sunak, and he has done. So he's taken it all the way up to 30th of June 2021, which of course means there's more opportunities to buy, to get deals in, to really be assessing properties and getting those properties over the line. Maybe you've been thinking about getting a sale agreed, maybe in the middle of a project. Now you've got that little bit more time to ease the pressure to actually make things happen. And if you're jumping in, well, now's the time to really jump in, is my view. That I'm sharing with you here that you can just jump into property right now and use the stamp duty holiday, which is up to the 30th of June. However, it's not up to the 30th of June. What are you on about, Cam? I'll explain. Well, it's the 30th of June, currently up to £500,000 values of properties. However, if you look in deeper, and if you come in deeper with me, what you'll notice is that stamp duty holiday actually carries on for a further 9 months for the properties up to the value of £250,000. And as active investors, the number of projects that we're doing when it comes to residential types of properties, buy-to-lets and HMOs, they typically tend to be under the value of £250,000. So if you are jumping into property right now and it's your first project, well, happy days, because you want to get that whole stamp duty valuable factor for you. So what I'm saying here is there's going to be zero stamp duty up to £250,000. And if you're like us, where you've got a number of projects, so typically we have anywhere between 7 to 12 projects on a monthly basis. So, wherever you are in your property journey, if you've got more projects going on, you're going to find it's only going to be the stamp duty where you're paying it as a second property onwards type of stamp duty. So it's only going to be the extra 3% you pay. But you are able to use that threshold, use it to your advantage, where literally as a first time purchaser there is zero stamp duty, and to summarize, as a secondary purchaser there is 3% stamp duty, which is a lot less than what it actually has been. And like what I say, there's a whole 9 months for you to actually be doing this. So that's a really big one, and that's one people are actually missing, and that's right in front of your face right now. Very useful what Rishi Sunak has done there. The chisel cut chin, good looking man, whatever you think of him, he's doing pretty all right for this £250,000 stamp duty, isn't he? Okay, on top of that, let's move forward. There's more. That's not it. He's got more for us as property investors. The reduction on purchases. Oh, by the way, yes, the reduction on purchases, you can still get up to a £12,500 reduction overall for properties up to 500,000. Now, if these figures are starting to confuse you, it's okay. There's another video I've done. Just there's going to be a link in this YouTube video. You can click on that link and you can watch this YouTube video. Also, all about the up to the £500,000 threshold on how stamp duty is going to be working, because that is already happening. And I'm just sharing with you that there's a further 9 months of another £250,000 up to the value of £250,000, where you have zero stamp duty, or you have 3% if you have more than one property, which is pretty fabulous when you think about it. Adds lower costs and all of that. Okay, so stamp duty is really good. On top of this, corporation tax. Now, I got really excited about this. You don't normally get excited about tax, but when Rishi Sunak mentioned that corporation tax is going from 19% to 25%, if you're like me, you got really excited. You might be thinking, Cam, what are you on? Let me explain. Well, first of all, that is not happening until 2023, which means when you really think about it and you really assess this, you find that you've got a window of opportunity of a whole 24 months, a whole 2 years, 24 months. How can I say it technically? It's time to fill your boots and create your financial economy using property. Because trust me, the times that we've got right now for the next 24 months ain't going to come back around again. And as Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, has mentioned, that we're reverting back to the time frame of 1960 when we had this type of threshold, we had this type of taxation of 25%. So, it is time to fill your boots, and you've got this 24-month window. The clock is ticking. What we're doing at Premier Property is being extremely active, making sure we're de-risking and doing property deals. Now, learn how to do them properly, jump in, and let's do it. Yeah, that's what we're assessing first of all. That's the first thing. The second thing is that tax is actually a choice. Yes, you heard me correctly. Tax, according to HMRC's guidelines, and you've got to be, let's be absolutely straight and honest with this. If you're like me, you understand that we got to work on the right side of HMRC, and we got to adhere to the guidelines. But when I say to you tax is a choice, that's not just a flippant comment. That's a very serious comment, because there are a number of tax structures that you can adopt right now, no matter your circumstance, whether you're starting in your property business, whether you're scaling in your property business, or if you're like us, you're a well-heeled investor and a developer. There are a number of tax hacks that you can use on the right side of HMRC, to HMRC's guidelines, which you can actually make work right now. So that's what I mean when I say tax is a choice. And of course, you should be paying some of your taxes, because at the end of the day, let's be honest, who's going to pay for the council tax? Who's going to be paying for the NHS? Who's going to be paying for the schools? It's people like us, isn't it? Companies like us. Enough said on that one. So very exciting times. So first of all, we got the window. Secondly, there's tax structures that you can be building in. And thirdly, it's about that reality check of let's get things done, and we've got to move forward now. So that's all on the corporation tax. Now, all of this also, when you think about it, there's more. There's even more. So I made some notes here. There's even more. Now, if you're into service accommodation as one of your property strategy or rent-to-rent strategy, the whole hospitality industry, which when you're doing your business as a business, which it kind of is, then you will find that right now you have the VAT to be at 5%, not the regular 20%. So you're only paying VAT on services, and you can, of course, you are allowed to get that VAT back on your expenses as well, but the VAT is only 5%, and that is also going to be continuing. So really exciting news for service accommodation entrepreneurs, and really good for rent-to-rent scenarios as well, all in property. Please do get your tax advice from your accountants, but you might find as an entrepreneur you're bringing this to them to help you to really help yourself and move forward in property. So you might be having to bring this to the accountants themselves, and then they can help you with this as well. So there's a little bit on there about tax. Very, very useful stuff happening right now. Now, that's not it. There's more. So Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, has also outlined key areas that you should be investing in right now. So the new green infrastructure locations that he's outlined, he's even mentioned specific places, such as they're setting up this huge company which is going to be located near Pudsey, into the north of the country. It's going to be located in Pudsey. Think about the amount of jobs that are going to be created by this. And Rishi Sunak has decided that they're going to be pumping in over £12 billion, and that's just this spring. Excuse me for my enthusiasm. These areas where there was no infrastructure, where there was no regeneration, now are on the map. So if you're investing for buy-to-lets, if you're like us, you're investing for buy-to-lets in these types of areas and HMOs in these areas are now really up and coming. And Rishi Sunak has put the flag in the ground, and he has actually told us where you should be investing. So of course the budget has just been delivered. Hopefully you're watching this video. I'm going to share with you the areas that we've picked up. I'm going to share with you the areas that you can be investing in as a property investor. Exciting times. I'm going to share them with you right now. Now, you're probably watching this on a live, or you might actually be watching this on YouTube. You might even be on the Clubhouse, you know. Now, if you're on Clubhouse, ping everybody in. Come, now's the time to let them know, because they're about to understand where they can actually be investing according to Rishi Sunak, the government. So send out a ping, I think that's what you call it. And if you're on YouTube, excuse me for my enthusiasm, I'm going to take a drop of water here, getting a bit too excited here. Calm down, Cam. But why should you calm down? There's so much going on. When you think about it, there are areas that you can be investing in, and I'm mentioning right now. Now, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, my question would be, come and subscribe. Come and help the community. We're growing this, and I'm sharing information all the time. Sometimes slightly wacky, as you can probably notice, and sometimes it's extremely authoritative. But you know what, end of the day, who cares, as long as it's helping you. So come and join our channel. If you haven't already, come and subscribe. And yes, I've had too many coffees. Get on with it, Cam. Yes, I am. So here are the areas. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe on our channel. And if you haven't clicked that bell icon, now's the time to click on that bell icon. And just you will be notified of the first videos that come up. So the areas to be investing in, according to Rishi Sunak, with his green infrastructure locations. You know, he's spending, like I say, £12 billion coming in this spring, just as a starting point, which is then going to be extended to £40 billion. I love what this guy is doing. Whatever you think of him, you know, I mean, what is actually happening? Amazing. So, Pudsey. He's actually outlined Pudsey. You may or may not know where Pudsey is, but after this video, check it out. Where is Pudsey? Because around there, think about the ripple effect. Think about the jobs being created. These are the areas that you can be investing in, because think about people living in good homes. And you're going to be providing these good homes, right? Whether you're developing, whether you're a buy-to-let investor or a HMO investor, you know, whatever you're going to be doing, you know, you could be doing it around these areas where you have the ripple effect, which ripples out into surrounding areas. So these are the areas I would suggest that you now check out and start investing or accelerate your investment in these types of areas. Now, on top of this, he's also mentioned Teesside and Humberside, because more green projects that are coming up, offshore wind projects where billions are being pumped in. He's already outlined these, that this is actually happening. So Teesside and Humberside and, you know, satellite towns around these areas, moving forward, a lot of money is going to be pumped into these, and regeneration is happening in these areas. So these are the under the radar areas that not a lot of people think about, but now Rishi Sunak has put them on the map. And you're probably hearing this the first time possible, straight after the budget actually has been announced. So the key areas to be assessing. And if that wasn't enough, one more I want to share with you right now, something that has never ever happened in this country. It hasn't happened even in the First World War or the Second World War. Never happened. First time ever is happening in the Third World War. Who said that? Or maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The pandemic. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it factual. So what I'm about to share with you, like what I say, has never ever been shared before. And if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel right now, well, now is the time to subscribe and continue. And I'll continue to share more info with you. So Rishi has announced a super deduction for businesses for their expenses, and he is going up to 130% as a super deduction for your expenses in your business. Now, whether you're starting new or whether you're an experienced property investor, we know that right now property is a business. And Rishi is now saying that it's not just you can claim for 25% of your costs or 100% of your costs. In certain circumstances, you can claim for 130% of your costs. Now, if you really listen to what I'm saying here, that is massive. And I will be sharing more about this with you on our forthcoming videos as we really extrapolate the detail, apply it at Premier Property, because that's what we are, is investors and developers, exactly what I'm sharing with you. And excuse me for my enthusiasm, because it is so exciting. That's coming up on another video. So I hope you enjoyed all of this content. Just to summarize, service accommodation, rent to rent, reductions in VAT, which are going forward, reductions in stamp duty to the end of June, but then again, further reductions up to a value of £250,000 still available to you as property investors. On top of that, the change of the economic geography. So I've mentioned cities and towns that you can be investing in right now, and be checking these out as well. And on top of that, the super deduction of 130% for businesses investing, where you can capitalize on those costs and reduce your profit line on paper. And on paper is the key. And I haven't even gone into, have I, the fact that the residential mortgages are being now going to be approved, where the government is going to be guaranteeing and backing these by themselves. They're going to be doing that for up to 95%. And I will be doing videos on this as well, to share with you exactly what happens. Exciting times. I'm Kam Dovedi, helping you to take your property investing to the next level. And I will see you soon on the next video. And if you're watching this on Clubhouse, brilliant. Connect with us, connect with Premier Property. I'll see you soon. See you later.